What's good, y'all? It's your guy Bendu. I'm coming at y'all with another story today. So I never got to fully cover the Assange stuff that recently. Well, not now, a couple weeks old. I think about 2 weeks old now, or three maybe. But I had about two more stories I wanted to cover. So I wanted to get this one out today, and I may cover the other one I wanted to do probably during either a live stream tomorrow, or I might wait till Monday because I don't know if I'm going to do the live stream tomorrow or not. I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this story. So as many of you know, this came out from the Stunden magazine, but key witness in Assange case admits to lies in indictment. A major witness in the United States' Department of Justice case against Julian Assange has admitted to fabricating key accusations in the indictment against the WikiLeaks founder. A major witness in the United States' Department of Justice case against Julian Assange has admitted to fabricating key accusations in the indictment against the WikiLeaks founder. The witness who has a documented history with sociopathy and has received several convictions for sexual abuse of minors, so he's a fucking pedophile. I don't know why they just don't call him a fucking pedophile. What he is. And wide-ranging financial fraud made the admission in a newly published interview in Stunden, where he also confessed to having continued his crime spree whilst working with the Department of Justice and FBI and receiving a promise of immunity from prosecution. The man in question, Sigurd Ng Thordarson, was recruited by U.S. authorities to build a case against Assange after misleading them to believe he was previously a close associate of his. In fact, he volunteered on a limited basis to raise money for WikiLeaks in 2010, but was found to have used that opportunity to embezzle more than $50,000 from the organization. Julian Assange was visiting Thordarson's home country of Iceland around this time due to his work with Icelandic media and members of parliament in preparing the Icelandic Modern Media Initiative, a press freedom project that produced a parliamentary resolution supporting whistleblowers and investigative journalism. So while the United States, I said this before, the United States is currently trying to prosecute him. They prosecuted the actual whistleblower and Chelsea Manning in the Assange case, but now they're trying to throw a journalist in jail. So while they're doing that and working with a literal sociopathic pedophile to do so, Julian Assange was in Iceland working on press freedoms. Let that sink in. This is the guy, like I said, that's him looking like a fucking bowl of melted ice cream. I'm a big, I don't care. I'm a big guy. I'm all about fat shaming people that deserve it. I'm all about shitting on people that deserve it. He gets no respect from me. So if you're mad at me for flaming the shit out of him, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, fuck that nigga. So this is important because the whole case the Justice Department is trying to make against Assange with Chelsea Manning is that he helped her basically hack, do all this hacking and shit like that, which I've heard journalists, whether it's Ryan Grimm, even though I don't fuck with Ryan Grimm, or Glenn Greenwald, or Jeremy Scahill, who also likes to give up his who also doesn't protect his whistleblowers either, with the situation with Daniel Hale going on. But all of these different journalists and shit like that always come out and say like it's very like a gray area in terms of what the Justice Department is trying to say right now, because I think Chris Hedges was talking about this on RT. Like most journalism hinges on leaked documents, especially when it comes to challenging governmental power, which is what journalism is supposed to be about. So, but this part is important. No instruction from Assange. The court documents refer to Mr. Thordarson simply as teenager, a reference to his youthful appearance. That nigga look like he like 35, bro. Fuck out of here. Rather than true age, he is 28 years old. And Iceland as NATO country 1, but make no real effort to hide the identity of either. They purport to show that Assange instructed Thordarson to commit computer intrusion or hacking in Iceland. The aim of this addition to the indictment was apparently to shore up and support the conspiracy charge against Assange in relation to his interactions with Chelsea Manning. Those occurred around the same time he resided in Iceland, and the authors of the indictment felt they could strengthen their case by alleging he was involved in illegal activity there as well. This activity was said to include attempts to hack into the computers of members of parliament and record their conversations. In fact, Thorderson now admits to Stundin that Assange never asked him to hack or access phone recordings. In fact, Thorderson now admits to Stundin that Assange never asked him to hack or access phone recordings of MPs. His new claim is that he had in fact received some files from a third party who claimed to have recorded MPs and had offered to share them with Assange without having any idea what they actually contained. He claims he never checked the contents of the files or even if they contained audio recordings, as his third-party source suggested. He further admits the claim that Assange had instructed or asked him to access computers in order to find any such recordings is false. Nonetheless, the tactics employed by U.S. officials appear to have been successful, as can be gleaned from the ruling of the magistrate court, Judge Vanessa Barrett, however you say her name, on January 4th of this year. Although she ruled against extradition, she did so purely on humanitarian grounds relating to Assange's health concerns. So basically, she said that the United States prisons are so horrible that he would literally die in prison. He would literally kill himself in prison or die. Also let that sink in. Suicide risk and the conditions he would face in confinement in U.S. prisons. With regards to the actual accusations made in the indictment, barristers sided with the arguments of the American legal team, including citing the specific examples from Iceland, which are now seriously called into question. Not just seriously called into question, their fucking witness is saying it's not true. Other misleading elements can be found in the indictment and later reflected in the magistrate's judgment. Based on Thorderson's now admitted lies, one is a reference to Icelandic bank documents. The magistrate court judgment reads, it is alleged that Mr. Assange and teenager failed a joint attempt to decrypt a file stolen from a NATO bank, stolen from NATO country number 1 bank. Thorderson admits to Stundin that this actually refers to a well-publicized event in which an encrypted file was leaked from an Icelandic bank and assumed to contain information about defaulted loans provided by the Icelandic Landsbanki. The bank went under in the fall of 2008, along with almost all other financial institutions in Iceland, and plunged the country into a severe economic crisis. The file was at this time in summer of 2010 shared by many online who attempted to decrypt it for the public interest purpose of revealing what precipitated the financial crisis. Nothing supports the claim that this file was even stolen per se, as it was assumed to have been distributed by whistleblowers from inside the failed bank. More deceptive language emerges in the aforementioned judgment, where it states Assange used the unauthorized access given to him by a source to access a government website of NATO country 1 used to track police vehicles. This deception leaves out an important element, one that Thorderson clarifies in this interview with Stundin. The login information was in fact his own and not obtained through any nefarious means. In fact, he now admits he had been given this access as a matter of routine due to his work as a first responder while volunteering for a search and rescue team. He also says Assange never asked for any such access. So there you have it, folks. The United States' own arguments against Julian Assange is falling apart. It's free Assange at this point, bro. If you're not on board with this, I don't know what to tell you. If you're like Cenk Uygur and you think Assange is still a Russian puppet, congratulations, you played yourself. Super congratulations, you played yourself. This is insane that this man is still sitting in jail, that people like Daniel Hill, you know, he just got sentenced. People like John Kiriakou, all these whistleblowers, Chelsea Manning, all of them. The fact that they're being criminalized and not the people committing the fucking war crimes and not the people committing the crimes against the people of these governments. It's fucking ridiculous. Now, I know Iceland engaged in the practice of jailing the bankers that inflicted the 2008 financial crisis on their people. So, but with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close the video out there. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Emphasis on all that, because y'all know YouTube be keeping me down. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Peace. Easy.